Hey guys, I'm doing a makeup tutorial of this look right here. I'm going out tonight, so I wanted to do something kind of fun and festive for the holidays, so I did like a green foiled shadow with some warm purple in the crease, and I really like how it turned out, so I hope you all enjoy too. Thanks. Okay guys, I'm really excited for this video. I think it turned out really pretty, and let's get started. So I am starting with a face primer, and I'm using the Benefit Pore Professional Primer. It's new to me, I haven't used it before, but I really like it. It does smooth out my pores, and I do notice that my foundation applies a little bit more flawlessly. It just gives a nice clean finish. Next, I'm going to be priming my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the original. I really like this eyeshadow primer. It works really well for me, and I use it every time. Next, I'm going to be starting with my eyeshadow, and I'm going to use the Morphe M502 brush to apply the shade Soft Brown from MAC. I'm just going to use windshield wiper motions back and forth to apply this color and just kind of blend it upwards. Next, I'm going to be grabbing another blending brush, but this one's going to have a more precise tip to it. This is just from a travel set from the Morphe site. I'll link it down below. But I'm going to be applying the shade Plum Dressing from MAC. It's a really pretty kind of purple shade. And I'm just going to be blending that right over the soft brown and then just blending it upwards. Next, I'm grabbing the Morphe B43 brush. This is a really precise brush, and I'm going to use that to take the shade Sketch from MAC. And I'm going to apply that going from the outer corner to the inner corner of my eye. I want this to be very precise and kind of a hard line, really. I'm going to be applying the green shadow on my lid, so I kind of want this to be a really defined crease. I'm grabbing another Morphe brush next. This is the B10. It's just a flat brush. I'm going to spray that with the MAC Fix Plus to give this foiled shadow from Makeup Geek. It's a new shade called Epic. I want that to be a very intense green. It's very pretty. It's almost like an emerald. I've been really wanting to try the new foiled shadows. So I'm really liking how this is looking. It's very intense and has a very nice shimmer to it. Using that same brush, I'm going to take another color. It's called Bottle Green from MAC, and this is more of like a matte emerald green. It's a little bit darker actually, and probably more like a hunter green. But I'm just going to take this and I'm going to apply it in the outer corner of my eye and blend it towards the center. This is just going to add a little depth to my eye. Here I'm just going back in with some more of the Plum Dressing shadow. I just wanted to add a little bit more purple and make it a little bit more defined in the crease. Next, I'm just using a flat brush from the Morphe Travel Set, and I'm going to be taking the shade Nylon from MAC and just applying that under my brow bone and pulling it out towards the outer edge of my brow. Next, I'm going to move on to my face. I'm using the Hourglass Stick Foundation in the shade Porcelain. This is one of my first couple times that I've tried it, and my first impression is that I really like it. It blends really easily, and it has a nice full coverage. I did accidentally put a little bit too much on my first couple times trying it, and I will say that less is more here, because the more you put on, I feel like it looks cakey. So less is more here. I am going to blend this out with the Morphe E44 buffing brush, and as you can see, it blends out really smoothly and really easily. I don't have to try too hard. Next, I'm going to be moving on to my concealer, and as always, I use the Naked Skin concealer. This is my absolute favorite, and I haven't found a concealer that I like much more than this. I'm in the shade Light Neutral, so I'm going to apply this under my eyes in kind of a triangle shape, on my forehead, on my chin, on my nose, anywhere that I want there to be highlights on my face. I am going to blend this out with a damp beauty blender. I use the Real Techniques beauty blender. This is my absolute favorite, and it's very cheap, which is always nice. So I do make it very damp. I squeeze it under the faucet probably about 8 times. and then I just like kind of wring it out in a paper towel. So I'm just going to use that to blend out all of my concealer around my face, and I'm just going to use dabbing motions back and forth. So before moving on to contouring my face, I'm going to set all my foundation and concealer with the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm just using any fluffy brush to apply this. For contouring my face, I always use the Morphe E4 brush. It's just a very soft, fluffy brush that has a slight angle to it, so when you apply it, it actually blends out your contour at the same time. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm in the shades light to medium. I'm going to be grabbing that bottom left shade, that warm kind of brown, and I'm just going to be grabbing that and applying it at the top of my hairline on my forehead and just kind of blending that out. And then I'm going to move down to bringing the contour from my ear down towards the corner of my mouth, blending that out, and also putting it under my jawline to give a nice structured look. Next, I'm going in with bronzer, and I'm going to just be grabbing a big fluffy brush to apply the Benefit Hoola bronzer. And I'm just going to be applying that above my contour line and just below the top of my cheekbones, blending that out there, also along my hairline, and then also blending it down onto my lower jaw and neck. Next, I'm going to be grabbing the new Becca Split Pan in the shade Amaretto and Prosecco Pop. I'm going to be using a fluffy brush to apply the Amaretto on the apples of my cheeks and just kind of blending that towards the outer part of my face. For highlighter, I will be using the same Becca Split Pan in the shade Prosecco Pop. So I'll be using the Morphe M501 to apply that highlighter just on the apples of my cheeks, my nose, and above my lip. Next, I'm going to finish doing my under eye shadow. So I'm going to be grabbing the B72 brush again from Morphe, and I'm going to use the shade Bottle Green from MAC, and I'm just going to blend that right at my lash line from the outer corner of my eye to the inner corner, and just focusing on the closest part of my lash line. For the next shade, I'm just going to be using a brush from Target. It's just like a flat bristle brush, and I'm going to be using the shade Plum Dressing from MAC, and I'm going to be blending from the lash line outwards so I can blend out that bottle green. Next, I'm actually going to be using an eyeshadow for my eyeliner. I'm using the MAC 266 brush, and I'm going to be grabbing the shade Epic from Makeup Geek. So I'm going to be spraying that brush with some MAC Fix Plus just to make it a little damp, put a little eyeshadow on the brush, and then line my waterline. I'm going to start on my brows next, and I just recently got the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Ebony. I used to use the pencil, and I really like the pencil, but my friend recommended that I use the Dip Brow. So I've been trying it, and I really like it. I use a Sephora Pro Brow brush to apply it. So I'm just going to use that angle brush to start at my tail of my brow. I just grab it from the arch and then pull it out towards the corner of my eye. I don't really have to apply much of this Dip Brow on the inner part of my brow. They're very dense and they already have a lot of color, so I just kind of put it in there to blend it all together and just give it a little bit more shape. I'm going to use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel to set my brows. I really like this gel. It keeps your eyebrows in place and it just keeps them looking nice all day. I'm going to move on to lashes next. First, I want to curl my lashes. I'm just using any eyelash curler, and I'm going to squeeze that about 8 times to make them really curly. And I'm going to be applying false lashes, and I'm using the Morphe number 601 lashes. I really like these. They're very natural, and it's an easy day-to-day lash to wear. I use the Duo eyelash glue, and I use the one in the dark tone, so it actually is almost like a black color, a blackish brown, and you don't see the glue at all. I'm gonna put some glue on my lashes, and I do apply them with tweezers, which everybody has told me is not safe and I shouldn't do that, but whatever. Just gonna live a little dangerously here. I'm going to look down into a mirror to apply the lashes. It does make it a lot easier for me. I've always struggled with putting fake lashes on, and this is just what I found works. Next, I'm just going to blend my false lashes in with my real lashes using the Benefit Their Real Mascara. This is my absolute favorite, and it works really well. So I'm going to be blending my lashes together and then also applying this on my lower lashes. For my lips, I'm going to be using one of my favorite shades. It's from MAC. It's a Huggable lip color in the shade Rich Marin, whatever. It's got a nice gloss to it, and it's kind of like a deeper shade, but it's very natural and it's easy, and I just really like it, especially for a night out. I don't have to think about applying it all night long. It stays on really well, and I don't know, I just love the color. To finish off this look, I'm just going to be using some Urban Decay setting spray. Just going to spray that all over my face, let it dry, and then you're good to go. I really like this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it also. I think it's very fun for a night out, and I hope you guys liked it. So if you do, please subscribe to my videos. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. What are you doing? I love you.